Hello and welcome to the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. And joining us here today is Debi Lynn Phillips. Debbie, how you doing today?
Really good. How are you, Kayden?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me.
What an honor. Thank you for having me on here. I understand you're up for Promoter of the Year with ISSA, which is incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So let's get to know you a little bit. Tell us more about you and how you got started in music. Tell us your journey and your story.
Okay, well, it's been a long journey. For most artists, oh my goodness. Anyhow, I've been singing since I was in sixth grade in choir and all throughout high school, and I'm writing poetry when I was 12 years old. My first poem was about my family, and my grandma was so pleased she crocheted it on a pillowcase for me. So I've been encouraged in my musical journey. My dad used to play harmonica around the campfire with us, hit the road jack. He loved Waylon Jennings and Patsy, Cline, and just all the Willie Nelson, all the classics. And so I grew up on that. But I love all kinds of music. I'm really one of those people that if it's 60s and 70s, especially across all genres, I'm in. And then lately I've been learning about Sade and some other artists like Lady Annabella and just really, exploring some of my other interests. So I'm branching out. I've started out collaborating after doing probably 7 years of karaoke, videoing all the karaoke artists in the venues. And I started What's Happening in the World of Music. That's on YouTube and Facebook, which, by the way, right now we're celebrating Christmas around the world and Christmas in the studio with Debi Lynn Phillips. So if you like Christmas music, head my way. Facebook, YouTube, Reverb Nation. At any rate, my journey has just been, I love to sing more than anything. And I just started doing festivals and performing. I lost my duet partner about 6 years ago. I don't mean lost, like gone, but he took off to Oregon right after we had,
Oh,
right after I did 114 studio songs and built our repertoire to do a duet partnership instead of the open mics that we were doing at Restaurant One, where I was for like a year doing the host for open mic. And I love that. I mean, I love videoing other people and everything, but I got to thinking, you know what? I want to do this for me. I love it. And I started out in radio like you. I was at KWCR in Ogden, FM 88. And then I was like, I want a real live audience. So I started doing speech and public speaking. And then I became a speaker for the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising, doing 55-minute motivational and educational lectures for them. And then it just got me back into saying, hey, I want to get out there and perform. I want to do my music. So I started writing my songs that I'd written back in 1981 when I picked up my first guitar and started publishing those, working with excellent artists worldwide to do collaborations. And just recently, well, in 2019, I published A Bold Sounding Horn with Keith Atkins. He's a multi-instrumentalist from West Virginia. And that's gone really wonderful. And it is a beautiful song about me spinning around on the freeway and almost dying and
oh,
calling upon the Lord. So that's when I turned my life over. And I love doing Christian music as well, country, jazz, rhythm and blues. I love it all. And so here I am now with my two brand new songs. I was up for Songwriter of the Year and Song of the Year through SSA, Songwriters Showcase of America. And I'm just really privileged and honored to be able to be in that position. And I made a finalist, which is an incredible thing. My two new songs are Midnight Sadness and Should I Stop? And Midnight Sadness is a jazz fusion country song. And again, all three of my originals at this point in time are from 1981. I just selected artists to collaborate with. And I have a lot of country music on YouTube, country classics, working with Bob Hausler and as a country artist. We probably published maybe 6 songs together in studio, and it's done over the internet, so I was in studio and then he's laying down the tracks and I'm helping mixing and that. And I just learned how to do my own producing, which I did on my two new originals, using my ProTech mic here, Samson and Audacity. So that's exciting. So I would love anybody who would go on there and just give me a big sub. Anyway, that was long-winded. I am a little long-winded.
it's all good. So if you had an opportunity to collaborate with any artist, whether list today or not, who would you choose and why would you choose them?
That is really a hard question. I love Carole King. She's one of my favorite songwriters in the whole wide world. And I love the Eagles and 3.9. It's really hard. I just, like I said, I just started singing Lady Antebellum and I love Need You Now. I would love to get together with them or Florida Georgia Line, someone like that. And it would be great.
No, it's funny. They're actually called Lady A now. They're not
Yeah,
called
I
Lady
know. I know.
Antebellum.
I know. I don't know why she shortened it, but
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but yeah, they're Lady A. Didn't know if
yeah,
you knew
she's
that.
she's definitely an A plus.
Yes, definitely. For sure.
Hmm.
Now, if you had an opportunity to go anywhere in the world and do a show or just to visit there, where would you want to go and why?
I would like to go to Europe just because I have so many artists and what's happening in the world of music. So many artists from Italy and Germany and Romania. And I've had the opportunity to collaborate with artists from Canada, from Brazil, from Romania, from Holland. I've been so blessed from all, and it seems like the only local artists that I've found are all artists that already have their own gigs going and they don't have time for me. So most of my collaborations are worldwide or in states like, where Bob Hausler is. It's crazy.
Definitely. So you mentioned YouTube, but where can everybody else find you if they're not on YouTube? Where can people find you on socials? Things like that. They want to check out your music.
I am on all major venues. So right now, I'd have to say Reverb Nation is my home base along with YouTube. And on Reverb Nation, I must have, I don't know, 25,000 subscriptions. And what I do there is I actually take my different genres, like I'm a little bit country, because I'm a little bit country too, jazz, souls, rhythm and blue from Debi, soft rock. I even have a Carole King or a Karen Carpenter special for her because she's probably one of my most influential artists back in the 70s, her and Carole King. And so I'm there. I'm very diverse when it comes to that. And then my main page on Reverb Nation is just, Debi Lynn Phillips.com. Of course, ReverbNation.com, Debi Lynn Phillips. And you can find me on Spotify, which is new to me. So if you could go there, I'm telling you what, I'll be so pleased. So that's a hard one. And, SoundCloud, Instagram, all the major venues, I'm there, YouTube Music, and YouTube in general has all of my songs, all of my collaborations, all of my studio work, Debi Lynn Phillips in the studio. And that's like 114 different songs that were done in studio. So, and that was during COVID time. So I had a lot of fun. I had a producer friend that helped me do that. So I was really blessed.
That's incredible. Now, so what's coming up for you in the new year? Do you have any upcoming projects? Or can we expect you to go on tour? What do we got going on for you?
I would love to go on tour, but I don't have a band. So my biggest thing right now is I need a band. I need some musicians to work with that want to work with me and put together something where it's not just a, one-time collaboration here and there, that sort of thing. I am looking for artists to work with. I would love to go on tour. I've been doing festivals now for the last 2 years with SSA, Songwriters Showcase of America, and did the Ormond Beach and the Delandapalooza and the Deland 25th show that we just had where they had the award ceremony. And so I'm really blessed to be able to do that with no artists. I just sing to the tracks, that I have laid down from my artist friends and some cover songs because I love I love music all over the place. So I have an album on Reverb Nation right now. It's my one and only. It's called A Bold Sounding Horn and Much, Much More. And you'll find most of those collaborations with Bob Hausler, which are country. So I would love for you to go check that out. And yep, that's my plan. I want to go, go, go. And I might take some guitar lessons because I can play any chord you want to give me almost. But I have a little arthritis in this hand, so I don't play like I used to. And I just think maybe a little exercise might work.
There you go. And Debi, is there anything that I forgot to mention that you want to mention before we go today?
Well, just thank you more than anything. Thank you to everybody. Thank you for your votes for Songwriter of the Year and Song of the Year. I'm just so honored and so pleased to have that in my heart now. So it helps me go forward. And again, if anybody knows somebody looking for someone to, get together and make a band, please send it my way. Just send me a text on Reverb Nation on the messaging. That's the easiest easiest way to get a hold of me. And hopefully we'll get that going.
Awesome. Debi Lynn Phillips, thank you so much for taking the time to come on the Kayden Gordon Show today's Best Country Mix. We definitely appreciate you and your time, and keep up the great work, and make sure to go check out her music.
Thank you so much, Gordon. I'm just so honored to be on your show. And I look forward to seeing the show. And I don't know if I should say that, but I look forward to yeah, I look forward to it.